All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is December 15, 2024. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Yo. It's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. Yeah, I almost forgot. And hope you guys had a fantastic week. It's been pretty fun. Had a little bit of old, a little bit of new. It was pretty refreshing. I had fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. We had a couple of events happen in between here and there. I think that normally it's not as bad as a lot of people see it to be, but I don't know. Yeah, it's been an interesting week, I guess. It was fun the last few days, just for sure. That's for sure. But then the holidays are coming. Literally, we're about a week and a half left before Christmas is here, and then 2 weeks before. About 2 weeks before New Year's comes around. Squid the Beast, thank you very much for joining us. But yeah, let's keep on talking about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as everybody else. There is one thing that I completely forgot to put in the notes. So hold on. There we go. All right. Well, make sure you check us out at thepokemonfreezer.com/podcast. Also, real quick. Okay, hang on. I gotta remember how to do this. This episode of the Purified Podcast is brought to you by our patrons. Everything we do here in the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreons for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Yeah, so make sure you check out all the podcasts on the network. We have various ones out there, so it's always nice to have it there for you guys. All right, well, Chris, how about you? What are we doing this week, anyways?
Been pretty relaxed. I will say I didn't get a successful raid in. Not necessarily because I didn't want to raid. I just literally every place that had a raid was very it was like far enough away from me. I was so busy, man. I feel like I might have been able to find time, but I was also tired.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took it easy, at least on raids. I was hatching a bunch. So I definitely had a lot of fun with the eggs. I tried doing a shadow Regice with me and my wife, and it did not work.
Those things are tanky, even for shadow.
Dude, I think we might have been able to with a third.
Did you party?
No, we didn't have a party going, but I do think even then we still would have needed a third. But But dude, I was very surprised with how chunky this thing was.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't touched the shadow rates in a while, so it's not. I'm not really. I don't have an interest to really go for any shadows right now, even because of the rages and things like that. You know.
I like getting the shadows shinies, but I will say one of the things that have definitely made me want to do the Regice was I saw somebody posted a Shundo of the shadow, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'd still need one of those.
Yeah, I mean that would be nice to get the Shundo shadow. It's basically another goal in on its own. I'm just hoping for the team leader to give me one eventually, but that's just a feeble dream. But yeah, hey, Pharisee, Shadow Pharisee, that's an interesting one. All right, real quick, anybody in the chat, Flip Dog, Storm Virus, and Storm Virus, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it very much. Your support is amazing. All right, and then okay. So what else you got today, or at least this week?
Let's take a little peek. I got a little bit of baby shinies. I got a funny hundo. At least I thought it was pretty funny.
Funny.
Just because it caught me off guard. We'll start at the beginning. I think it starts here. Maybe not.
Okay.
I guess I might have talked about my 2 shiny Duskulls last week.
Yeah.
Because that was a Duskull nest at my work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I started this. What was it? The something and wise event,
The Young and Wise.
young and wise. It started out with a shiny Bonsly, which I think it's one of the better looking baby shinies. This is the Hundo that caught me off guard. A Hundo Babarrel, not a Hundo Bidoof. I caught a Babarrel, and I was checking it. I was like, "Excuse me." Yeah, I'll take it.
You,
I got-
do you think that maybe you could have gotten like a Shando Bidoof instead?
If it was a Bidoof, maybe, but I don't know. It was making me laugh. Like I was like, how? It wasn't weather boost. It was just chilling. I'll take it.
Random
but
Hondas.
yeah, I'll take any Honda. But I saw a male shiny Snorunt.
Ooh.
The new nest at my work became Skitty, and I was like, oh, I hope I get a shiny Skitty this rotation. And I think like the second Skitty that I go plus was a shiny. I was like, okay, yeah, there's a second shiny Skitty for me. Thank you. And I think I hatched. This is another new shiny. Well, I don't know why I said another new, because this is the only new shiny. I got a shiny Smoochum from the 2K eggs. Still hunting that Munchlax.
Keep talking for just a moment, all right?
Oh yeah, no worries. Hatched a bunch of Munchlax from this event. Not really, getting anything too crazy. A 15, 15, 13 was like the best IVs. I'll take that. But yeah, still hoping from like the 3 eggs I still have left from the event to hatch something fun. But 2 shinies from the egg event, I'll take it.
Hey, it works, Now let me ask you: have you done the Crossma Raid Day on Saturday?
What raid day?
The Crossma Raid Day Saturday.
Oh, is that what that was? I was wondering why there were so many Necrozma raids getting invited to me. Yeah, I totally did it. Yeah.
You forgot, didn't you?
Yeah, I forgot. I will say, dude, I'm kind of Necrozma'd out.
Yeah, that's
2
true.
Hondos, quite a few shinies. We went to Go Fest.
All right, so
like-
I'm taking application for another host again. It's like because the man has skipped his telling me he has his Hondas and everything. I'm like, yeah, no.
Dude,
Bro, somebody got the
the
Shando in our
Crossbone's
group.
cool too.
Somebody got the Shando in our group.
Who?
Our friend Tony. The guy has like 4 phones. He did one raid. One remote raid, by the way.
The remotes are lucky, man.
Dude.
As much as we hate to admit it, they are.
Yeah, some people got the Hondo this yesterday, 2 days ago.
That's good.
All right, well, my haul is cut and dried real quick. I got a shiny PG randomly from the Go Plus. I traded for a Rayquaza. I also got a
Fair trade.
I know, right? I think I got a shiny Bullaby from the research of the Young and Wise. So that's pretty good. And I got 4 shiny Necrozmas. One of them being 986. Also, Lord Drew gets the Hondo. Yeah, of course you get the Hondo. You get the Hondo every single time. I don't even want to look at you, brother.
The question is, do you change it to Duskmane?
How about just put the name Floss or Prune Juice on it? Oh man, I'll make sure that you use that anyways. But So and then Hondos. I actually had a Hondo Blitzel. Wait, actually, that's that last time? Yeah, I think I said that last time.
Maybe you got a second one.
Nah, if not, I would have known. But you know what I mean. After that, I really didn't get too many other crazy things. I really was looking for the Hondo Necrozma, although I was only able to play it for like 2 hours and a half because I was at work for the first quarter of it. And it wasn't too bad. I mean, once we got to our location, we got the group going, and then we just kept going rotation. I like that it was a 30-minute timers for each one of them, so you get 2 chances of it to go through the entire location, so you don't have to go far. Of course, Niantic being Niantic, it was some good stuff being around there. Beast Balls were activated throughout the event, so that was amazing. That means that we were able to catch it and keep on going as fast as we can. And the crossbow really wasn't that hard. If you go through Duskmane Crossbow, the one with Lunana, you basically beat it like in 10 seconds time and then move on to the next one because it was just that easy. So Galio Necrozma was a little, just a tad bit tankier, but it still was pretty quickly to beat down if you had the amount of people. Every time we actually had a raid, we had about 15 to 20 people almost every single lobby. And we had like 2 groups going around SCF this time around. So it was kind of fun. Yeah, I know, 98 shiny, that's crazy. I got a 96 15 14 14, and I got a 98 non-shiny who was a 14 15 15. So gotta love them. But of course I'm still looking for the damn Hondo.
Every time
it will happen eventually. That's the reason why I keep doing this kind of raids. I know that I'm definitely also burned out in some ways. Let me check on.
I will say at least we can trade Necrozma.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun one to keep lucky trading.
You know, with all the Necrozma raids, plus the Mega Evolution candy and everything, I got about almost 1,500 extra large candies for Necrozma.
Bro.
Oh, man. And I have power up 2 to max.
Oh, come on.
So that's about 20 or 2,000 candies or more by that point.
Gosh,
you know?
yeah, how many do I have?
He's like,
because I know I was running like Mega Rayquaza for them. For Psychic.
Yeah. But regardless of how it may be, it's still a pretty powerful Pokemon. Let me actually check the...
Dude, you did so many more than me. I have 991 extra large, and I don't even think...
I've been going ham to get the Hondo of this for the longest time, brother. It's like, even when Gofa was around, I was so mad that I never got the Hondo. But I do have over 6,200 Solar Fusion Energy and 6,200... Yeah, by about 10 difference of Lunar Fusion Energy, so... We got quite a bit of them, luckily. I don't think I have... Oh, actually, I still have a Lunana and a Necrozma for things. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that was Raid Day Necrozma. Everybody was going through. Limits were increased for remotes for 20. Friday was... Everybody was going crazy about it. We had the day itself. You know, it wasn't too bad. I think it was a successful event. I think everybody was happy with it. The whole raid thing was actually pretty good. Will it be the same for other raids? I don't know. Like, I guess, what's the other adventure effects? Oh yeah, Palkia and Dialga, right?
Yeah. Which we got those recently, thanks to the Go Wild event. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but in the end, it's like, because it's not an Ultra Beast, we don't get as easy as a time. But we did get Safari Balls, so I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, the Safari Balls were active for the raids, right?
Yeah. So
I just don't. Obviously they're not as easy to catch still as Beast Balls though. So I do get that.
By a smidge, because I think it was actually pretty quickly that we could do the raids and all the stuff. So
that's true. Yeah, at least it was a lot better than a Premier Ball.
Yeah, no, imagine just going about wild area trying to do raids and you just need to catch like the Necrozma for like 10 minutes before you can actually move on.
Brutal.
It would have been brutal. But then, of course, the Young and Wise event came and went. I didn't finish one of the collection challenges because I wasn't really too keen.
I didn't do the raid one. Yeah,
I didn't do the raid one either.
I
could have finished
Scraggy?
at least. Yeah. So
Phantom?
Scraggy would have been just a free daily. The Phantom and everything else. Actually, we had a Phantom nest over there.
I was trying to justify it, and like, don't get me wrong. I know we had the 2 raid passes a day. I just didn't feel like going out of my way to find the raid. That was my issue.
If it was just like on top of me and I do the raid, then yeah, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, because I got the Tyrant and whatever other one from Quest.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I didn't get the Tyrant. I got the Phantom and I think whatever the other one was, aside from Scraggy. But
yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, and then we had the hatch one, which that was pretty easy because you just hatched 2k eggs the entire time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did not get the Munchlax, or the shiny Munchlax for that matter.
Dude, I was hatching so many Munchlax. Like 3 in a row. I was like, oh.
I think I only saw like about 5 out of the whole entire batch. So, and I wasn't going crazy. I mean, yes, I had the 2k eggs and the incubators for it, but I wasn't really going to like insanely
I hatched like 2 full batches, and then I was like, okay, that's it for the extra batches. I'm just gonna run one at a time now.
Yeah. I don't know. When it comes down to it, Young and Wise wasn't really like a prevalent event. Necrosmo just made the week better in the end of the day. So
it wasn't a crazy event. It was just I don't want to call it a placeholder event, but it was like just something event to keep the ball rolling, I guess.
We were in a filler episode.
Yeah. It had action, not crazy action.
Yeah. I didn't really even do most of the 3-star raids just because, again, just like you mentioned.
Dude, I wanted Drampa so bad.
I know, but I can't justify just using a remote raid or anything for it.
No. Yeah, no. I wasn't going to be remoting. I have not been joining like any remotes that I want to join.
Yeah.
Just because I just don't feel like buying the remote passes right now.
Yeah.
But
I don't either.
If the raid passes were, if the raids were all over the place, like right on top of me, 5 minutes away, no issue. It felt like every single raid that I was looking at was so far away.
Yeah, drowsy power. We're gonna be talking about 3 different.
Out to raid.
This podcast is gonna turn into like a 3 different game kind of podcast at this point.
Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Bro, like, okay, side note. Okay, we're going to do our 1 minute TCG Pocket right now for everybody that actually cares about this game. I completed the 151, so I have my interactive Mew. And then I'm super excited for the new set to come out 2 days from now.
Yeah, the fact they're making a Mew set, they know how to drag us.
Bro, they have a full art Marshadow. I want that card so badly now. I love Marshadow. It's like one of my favorite ghost types.
Marshadow fans riot.
Yeah.
In a good way.
I think there was actually a little like data mine on it. Okay, I am actually joining that. Somebody's inviting me into a Latios, I think, or Latias.
Oh, Mega.
Latio Mega. It is actually our good friend Landor. Man, I need a remote. Hold on. Do I have time? Give me 20 seconds, y'all. Hold on. Let me check if there's a good box here. No, there's not a good box. Okay, I'm going to have to just get the pass. It's a good thing I got some coins. Come on. Thank you. Oh, man, we got 4 only. That's not going to be good.
Get the Shundo.
Hey, that would be cool. If I actually get the Shundo stream for you guys, that'd be amazing. But hey, that's how it is. Okay, what were we talking about again before I get to that?
I think we were talking about the raids for the Young and Wise.
Okay, so I'm kind of lagged out here. I'm gonna have to restart because I don't see anything. Hopefully, I can rejoin the raid because I see the go thing. I saw the go thing and I started tapping, so I don't know if I did any damage because I don't have the sound on. I think I can rejoin it. Plus, I already used my pass. Yeah, I can join it. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, so TCG Pocket. We're gonna do 20 more seconds of this. I'm excited. I'm excited for the new set to come out. I think I have everything from the old set except for the trainer cards, or any of the gold, which is my.
I don't have any full art trainers.
I got 1. I got Erica.
That's a cute one.
Yeah. But I know. I think everybody's looking for that Sabrina or Misty. What am I managing?
Yeah, Sabrina's the one I use in my deck the most.
It's everybody's deck. We're gonna have like new trainers, like I think Leaf and Gary or Blue. Okay. I guess. Blue and Leaf are actually gonna be there. I don't know if Red is part of the set, but that probably will be his own set. I think that he might be his own set at that point. Hopefully other cool stuff comes out, and I don't think we'll know more of the set aside from the cards that got spoiled through the trailer. So,
for those of you that haven't been playing Pokemon TCG Pocket, it's just something to do in your free time. The packs take 12 hours to refresh.
Yeah.
So it does take a long time to open the packs for free. But just something extra to toss on if you're bored. So
somebody actually got the interactive Mew free to play though.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a lot of common cards I still need, like Nidoran, Mail, I think. and like stuff
So
like that.
remember, your 151 or your 150 of regular has to be from the main set. It
Yes.
cannot be a promo,
Yes.
and it can't be a full art.
Interesting. It
So if you
doesn't count it if it's full art
it
or
counts
the,
if it's a
art
full
rares
art or a
whatever.
regular one, yeah. So if you had a full art neither queen or neither king, you don't have to worry about getting the smaller ones or the regular ones in the end of the day.
Yeah. I got you.
So it is how it is. Okay.
Plus, I know you can like buy the cards with like pack points or something. So I'll look into that when I get close.
When you get the time, just let me know how much back points you have, and then you'll figure it out from there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's our a little extra minutes worth of TCG Pocket. If you love the game, just let us know because we love the game too much already. Considering doing a third podcast now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I can barely handle two at this point.
Oh my gosh, juggling.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the research topics of the day. How about you let us know what's going on, Chris?
Yeah, I think it's funny they're updating us on this. It was something that we were able to do. I think they took it away for a short time, and they're bringing it back. It's easier than ever to join raid battles with your friends. This may sound familiar, and it should. Trainers around the world can now join raids from their friends list. You can check your friends list, and if you're great friends or higher, you can actually search for your friends list at a raid. It tells you what raid they're in, how many people are in it, how much time is on it. And, even if they're using a remote, I believe you can still remote in yourself, which I thought might become an issue just because of, how many people can remote into a raid. Like, does it bypass the limit and stuff like that?
So, to point out, we had this feature during global
Yes.
Go Wild area, which was nice. The feature was you can join anybody who was in your friend list, who was doing a raid itself, using, of course, a remote raid pass. And then, if the lobby was full, or either remotes or just in general, the raid itself or the game itself will put you in a different lobby, and then other people can actually rejoin. Other people. Now, of course, that was a little too OP for Niantic. So Niantic did nerf the way that it works. The first time that it came around, it was mostly a test, which was a nice test because everybody wanted to raid during the weekend. Yes. But then, of course, they dialed it back. They took it away for just a couple of days to really revamp it. Now, you can still do the same thing. Now, here's the thing. You cannot join unless you have a full lobby. Or, I'm sorry, unless the lobby is not full of remoters.
And I'm assuming they won't,
It won't put you into a new lobby, and you cannot have other people join you with it. So It's not like a chain invite when it comes down to it, like that we had before.
Oh, yeah. So, if you remote into a raid that you see on your friends list, one of your friends won't be able to join into your raid?
Right. So
I understand.
I think that's a good balancing. It could have been a little bit better if they left it the way that it was during that weekend. But I think just for the reason that, we're still trying to do a more community-wise, Niantic style gameplay.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised they didn't have any issues with it, because it sounds like something that would cause issues with latency or something, just from all the different trainers interacting with remote raids.
Yeah,
I didn't really hear too much, so it's interesting they're changing it like this. But honestly, I just like the feature. I got no problem following the rules that they want to have moving forward.
I mean, it's good because that means it doesn't put the pressure on the person who's actually doing the raid. It actually puts the pressure on anybody who wants to join the raid. So in overall, you can still invite people if you think that they're gonna join you. But if somebody randomly in your list, you're just like, oh, somebody is actually doing a raid, let me join it. Or is it something that
because there's a lot of friends that I just don't know very well. So it's always been it was definitely a pleasant surprise to see people join on the friends list.
Yeah. All right. Do you think I'm going to get a shiny Shando or just a regular trashy Latios?
I think a shiny, realistically, I think a shiny.
All right. Well, 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's not teal. It's not. And I don't even think that's a Hondo by looking at
What
it.
CP?
2148.
Is it a Latios?
Yeah, Latios.
Latios.
I think
It's decent CP, but I think isn't Honda like 2170 something? I don't remember.
Could be. Also, I was using the pineapple berries, and I'm just like I was used to the Beast Balls just now.
Because I know Latios is 2006.
Yeah, well, I caught it on the second or third ball anyway, so we're gonna check that right now. It's a 3-start, so I guess it's not horrible. 13, 14, 13.
2178 is the Honda.
Okay, so I was off by a bit. I was surprised that we actually got it up with 3. Of course, we do have more powerful Pokemons anyways.
Yeah, honestly, Mega Latios and Latias are a lot. I feel like they're easier than they used to be. I prefer doing Latias though, personally.
Yeah. I already got my Hondos. I would have wished to get the Shandos for my Mega Shando decks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. All right, so yeah, I mean the feature itself is really good. Though I do see both points of keeping the whole limits to it. It's still nice, and you still have the 5 limit. It's still expensive as F to actually get a remote raid pass. So you really gotta worry about those things aside from just joining raids in general. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. There's not much to cover aside because we had this feature already for quite a bit of a month or so at this point, even when it went out. So, All right. So that being said, we have another piece of news. This is a controversial one, but anyways, Holiday Event Part 2 is here, or at least it will be here very soon. This is happening on December 22nd at 10 a.m. to Friday, December 27th at 8 p.m. local time. Bonuses: 2 times experience for catching Pokemons, 50% more experience from raid battles. So they're really emphasizing the raids this month. 12 days of daily adventure instances. So from Wednesday, December 25th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, January 5th at 8 p.m. local time, daily adventure instances will last twice as long. Happy adventure, trainers.
Just keep in mind, when it's events like these, there's a smaller pool. So I'll take it.
Pokemon debuts, we have Wooloo wearing a holiday attire and Double wearing a holiday attire. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one. More of the time, of course, the Double will only be shiny if you catch a Wooloo shiny, which I don't even have a regular shiny Wooloo anyways.
Yeah, I as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, wait, I wonder if that's a good thing, because maybe there's a better chance of getting a shiny Wooloo since I haven't seen a shiny Wooloo yet.
Probably. Wild encounters: Alolan Rattata, Murkrow, Galarian Zigzagoon, Blitzo, Benelite, Tynamo, Wooloo with a holiday attire, and some trainers may even encounter Absol. If you're lucky, they all might be shiny. Raids: 1-star raids. We got Alolan Vulpix, Galarian Darumaka, Liquid, Cetadel. And Cetadel now is the very first time it can be shiny.
We called it.
Yeah, we kind of did. 3-star race, we have Snorlax, Banette, Surstrika, and Tucanon.
That's correct.
Okay. 5-star race, we have Giratina Alter Form, and until the beginning of December 26th, and then after that, or actually during the time beginning on to December 26th, so after Christmas, we'll get a Giratina Alter Form, while everything else, it was Latios, Mega Latios, I think, until then. So, Incidents and encounters. Different Pokemon will be attracted to instants for the following days. Yes, thank you, Mafia. Sunday, December 22nd, Tuesday, December 24th, Thursday, December 26th. Snorlax, Blizzard, Jammas, Lambton, and Wooloo wearing the attire. So, okay, so what days are they going to actually be? Or are just the specific days those are going to be attracted to instance? I don't know. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Those Pokemon will be attracted to those days, and then on Monday, December
Oh.
23rd, Wednesday, December 25th, and Friday, December 22nd, you have Togetic, Galarian Zigzagoon, Fungus, Furfrou, and Satotl. Okay, that might be
Interesting. Personally, I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday has the better Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely. Just because of Satotl, which is a brand new shiny, and a Furfrou, because Furfrou has too many different forms. I wouldn't mind a Fungus either, but I think they already got a Fungus. Field Reach stats, of course, encounters with eventing Pokemons. If you want to pay a $5 pay time research, equivalent to your local currency, of course, you get 1 Glacier Lore module, 2 Incest, a Wooloo jacket, and encounters with Wooloo wearing a holiday attire. I actually
that Wooloo jacket's awesome.
Yeah, I like it a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad. New Avatar items, of course, are in the shop. Staryu sweater and Marshtomp sweater.
That Marshtomp!
Oh, you want that, don't you know?
I love that ugly sweater.
Can we have it for real?
Dude, I would wear that. I love that.
That'd be hilarious. Collection challenges, of course, awards you with Stardust, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, encounters with attempting Pokemon, Pokestop showcases, which honestly, I haven't even entered one in a while. So
I entered some for Togepi, and I got super excited because I was rank 1. And then the showcases ended. I was like, 4th? I was so mad.
There is also a Ultra Holiday Box will be in the web store. $4.99 for a Pokemon storage upgrades, item storage upgrades, and 17 rare candies. That's pretty cool. And then a $6 one, or $7.99 or $7 one, which will give you both Holiday Part 1 and Part 2 ticket bonuses for the event, with a bonus premium battle pass. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you go to the web store more than the in-game shop?
Yes.
Okay.
Hands down.
Why is it only a premium battle pass for the extra stuff that they give you? Why they can just give us more?
I'll take an extra battle pass at least thrown in. Am I tripping?
Just getting
or is
the
it
extra.
Not for sale right now on the box. Am I missing it? For the holiday?
Are you on the web store right now?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I better buy that.
I think the part 1 doesn't start until later, actually.
So you think I wouldn't be able to buy the holiday one until that starts?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, the part 1 starts on the 17th on Tuesday, so most likely the web store will be updated by then anyways.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes
peeled. Right before then, so that way you can buy both tickets at that point. So, part 2, and what are we discussing about this, and why did I say that it's a little controversy on things? I mean, the new Pokemons. Well, let me rephrase that. The already established Pokemons with holiday tiers or holiday attire, and then a brand new shiny of a Pokemon. Where's everything from part 1 though? Why is it not rolling over to part 2? Most other holiday events we had in the previous years did that, and we had to either easier way or things like that.
I get it, but I don't know. Personally, I'd like to have it separated anyways.
Is it easier to target, or do you think there's too much there in part 2?
I think it would be too much to have both at the same time.
That's
the bonuses are completely separate, but Pokemon wise, I mean. But I do understand the trouble, I guess, with not being able to hunt like Psyduck with the costume attire and like stuff like that. I know at least I'm kind of sad about that. But I do think it makes it a lot easier to hunt for the things you want to hunt.
I guess.
Because, like, imagine all the costume raids, and then you see Satotl in raids, too.
Yeah, that too. I guess there's really is an understanding of that, but I'm not 100% sure if I agree to not have everything put together for both parts. Now, I understand they have it 2 parts for a reason. Bonuses and wise and things like that, but I don't know. It just feels a little weird that they now have decided to really split the festivities throughout both parts, you know? So As always, the community is not entirely happy. Of course, a few others are in the different types of things. So, but yeah, I have mixed feelings about it, just because I'm so used to the formula of how the holiday events usually happen. Also, I don't think that they mentioned anything in part 1 or part 2 that we're gonna have like an event team like map or something.
I didn't. I'll be real. I did not remember it.
I didn't either.
I feel like we would have said something if we did see that.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's going to be like a pleasant surprise.
That it
Surprise,
would be.
in quotation mark.
Well, if Niantic does really want to surprise us, then that will be something that they will put in the map throughout the holiday. But I mean, we have it for Halloween. Why not have it for Christmas? You know?
Yeah, because I think even this year for Halloween is a repeat.
Yeah, no, it's just cut and paste, and maybe just add a couple of things here and there. And they kind of had it already for a while, so it's not like it's an unknown thing. Usually they say it's like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and put that map into fruition for the event itself, you know. So I don't know.
Maybe they forgot.
Probably, but then, you know, it's Niantic, and Niantic cat is his finest, I guess. All right, well, we won't dwell too much into it. If you guys think that there is a good or bad when it comes down to the holiday events being separate all in its own, let us know. Of course, that'd be great. All right, somebody has entered the chat, Chris.
Chat.
This is the next piece of news, by the
way. Yeah, my favorite. No, I don't go here very often, but you can catch Pokemon at McD's, McDonald's. And I guess it starts tomorrow from the recording. Today is the 15th. And it says you can visit McDonald's locations in the U.S. during certain weeks to encounter Pokemon attracted by lure modules at McDonald's Pokestops and participate in 5-star raids at McDonald's gyms.
All right, so hard stop real quick before I actually continue, because you think that this is an event. This is not an event. This is actually an ongoing thing.
A what?
This is actually a collaboration with McDonald's.
Yeah, it's like a sponsored thing, yeah?
Yeah, so that means just like Walmart, because Walmart for some reason was also another thing, we're going to have temporary stops and gyms at McDonald's.
I'll take it, I guess.
Which is good. I know you don't go to McDonald's. I go often to McDonald's, actually.
It's close by. I will probably just be in the parking lot at least for this.
Also to note, this is not the first time McDonald's has been actually collaborating with Niantic or Pokemon Go, because it actually, in other parts of the world, I think Latin America was the very first one, or Europe, one of the two, McDonald's was already part of it. I know we talked about it at some point in the last 3 years or something. So, but go ahead, continue on.
Yeah. So they're going to have lure modules and raid battles active from 6 p.m. To 7 p.m. local time each day during the following weeks. Monday, December 16th to Sunday, December 22nd. So I guess they have a lure like 20 or for 1 hour. From Monday, January 20th to Sunday, January 26th. Monday, February 10th to Sunday, February 16th. And then Monday, March 10th to Sunday, March 16th. I was very curious. I was like, man, I wonder if this is going to mess up their drive-through lines at all. But I do think the 1 hour time period at least should help a tiny bit with that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that makes it worse because everyone's coming at the same time.
It is dinner time during McDonald's. So as somebody who has worked at McDonald's, that is peak hour for them too. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. All I can say is if you're planning on going to McDonald's, please be mindful of everyone around you. Don't get into any trouble. Don't make a bad name for us. So please. Yeah, definitely looks interesting. If you want to enjoy food there, that's on you. I just don't think I'm gonna be eating, more at McDonald's because of Pokemon Go. Let me put it that way.
It's like, hey, yo, give me that Big Mac, and also let me get a Ray, bro.
Big Mac, Big Mac.
Big Mac, Big Mac. But yeah, so it's nice when we get more of a sponsor gyms and stops that collaborates with the game itself. It's always a good thing. We had over the years, and again, this is just on top of my head because I'm gonna forget a few things here and there. We had Spring, which is now completely gone, unfortunately. We had Verizon, which I think it was a collaboration for only for a limited amount of time, but I can't remember now. We had GameStop collaborations. That was a limited time for a bit. We still have Starbucks, which is not bad. Just because everybody loves Starbucks and a little coffee here and there to pick you up. And then what else? Oh, Kung Fu Tea, I guess it was one of them at one point.
Yeah, there was. I don't know how in depth it was, but there was one with T-Mobile. If you didn't mention that, at least for me, where they gave unlimited Wi-Fi specifically for Pokemon Go.
Really? Okay.
Sorry, unlimited data.
Well, at this point, I think everybody and almost anybody had unlimited data. If you know what you're playing. But yeah, again, those are the top of my head. I know that there were probably a few more. I just can't remember exactly who it was with. And just made it a little bit easier to play the game around. It's just nice when ongoing promotional stuff still goes out there. I mean, Walmart and McDonald's being two big ones here in the States is going to be interesting. Because I know there's not a Walmart in every single state, but I know there's a McDonald's in every single country. So, but yeah, it's nice to see the game board expand more than usual that way. So now you can actually spin your stuff when you go to eat something or buy groceries, I guess. Anyways, that's pretty much it on the typical state of news that we have here. We'll have probably more coming up, although we may have a very, very, very quiet week coming up. So if you don't hear from us, we may just be celebrating the holidays. So it'll be nice here and there.
Chris, I thought you were making a pun for a second. I was like, no, he's being dead. He was being serious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was being serious. What are you doing for Christmas, anyways?
Not too much planned. We're probably just gonna be sitting around up here. I know my friend.
You could go to Disney for Christmas.
If I had the money, sure, but I don't think I got the money. Especially because my friend that has a pass is like, yeah, I know for a fact there's blackout dates like until like January or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know him and I are off in the afternoons at least for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Which Christmas Eve is his birthday, funny enough.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So probably gonna do something. I don't know, go out to the movies or something, depending on if they're open.
If it's Christmas Eve, they're probably gonna be open until half the day or something. So.
Yeah, it's weird because I know at least at the movies I saw that Nosferatu is coming out on Christmas Day, and I really want to see that because I keep calling it a Christmas movie because it comes out on Christmas. So I'm laughing about that.
Nah.
At least that's my plans.
They just have to re-release Die Hard into theaters.
Die Hard, yeah, the ultimate Christmas movie. You're right. But what are you doing?
Well, I'll have a couple of days off here in between, so not this week, but next week coming up for Christmas. So I'll just be spending it with the family, just getting things ready. Take a chill couple of days, and just do what I want for a bit.
Relax.
Yeah. So it's Christmas Eve. We celebrate Christmas Eve more than Christmas Day, and then we follow to Christmas Day, and then we'll just pass out. So we don't really do much on Christmas Day except for probably a dinner or something. But then, of course, I gotta go to work on the 26th because holidays are only a day. So, anyways, let's get into a quick state of the game update. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this, and this is something that I was alluding into last podcast, is that there's been a few things in my mind going forward since the last few months, especially how this year has gone and pan out. And I wanted to get your opinion on a few things. And if anybody in the chat is actually in right now, just let me know if you had some thoughts about this and things like that. One of the big things of the state of the game right now is raids. Now, raids are still as strong as they can be. However, have you felt that there has been a decline in the way that we do raids in general? Like, and just to state the facts, we have 1-star raids, we have 3-star raids, we have 5-star raids, we have mega raids, and we have shadow raids. Have you thought that maybe it's been a little stale of the formula, knowing that aside from the features that they have added, like the friends list and all that stuff, have you think that the game itself has taken its recycle moments a little too often? I guess I should say more like it's a little getting more stale at that point.
So, to be honest, my biggest issue is it seems kind of hard to coordinate if you're not in Campfire or Discord, like with random people. You just kind of got to get lucky a lot of times, especially with the smaller timers. You really have to keep an eye on when raids are hatching, and get lucky with like how close you are to certain raids if a bunch of people are hopping in.
Yeah.
Especially with like the Gigantamax and Dynamax raids.
Yeah.
Because like you need such a large group for that. You really got to be watching or sitting around a spot until you have enough people for that. So sometimes I wish there was something for that in the like built into the game. But I do appreciate things like Campfire and Discord for things like that. It's just where I'm at right now, I haven't been using it as much as when I first moved here. So maybe that's something I'll work on. Especially because like Gigantamax, you need big groups.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, okay, so we're totally talking about raids in itself. Now,
You don't count the max raids as part of that?
Not at this part of the discussion. So, just because of the state of the game. So, because we know that all the other features has been implemented, some good, some bad, and some has been, updated along the lines. I feel like raids in general, after almost 8.5 years, have gotten to the point where they're just there. It's like it's part of the gameplay. It's there if you need it. You'll do the raid if you have the people. But overall, I've been feeling more of this chances that I'm a little burned out of the same formula.
So I think it depends on a few things for me. Rarity, is it new? Obviously shiny chance. And like a mixture of those things, pretty much. Because I was freaking out for Necrozma and all of the Ultra Beasts when we're in GoFest.
Yeah.
They know how to put together like events like that. I will say I was completely mistaken thinking that Blacephalon could be shiny that whole time. So I was still raiding him. I was laughing after.
Also, say the name again.
It's like, I don't know, Blacephalon? I don't know. Well, how do you say it?
Blacephalon.
Blacephalon. Yeah, I'm gonna get roasted for that. But oh my gosh, dude! Some of them have the weirdest names though.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that one either. Nihilo, Nihalo.
But I feel like if they keep adding new Pokemon, that's obviously something people are always going to raid. If you give something a special move, people are going to raid them, especially if they need the hundo. I feel like some of them are a little bit too hard to get. Spatial Rend and Roar of Time, for example. You can't TM them yet. Elite TM them. And Shiny Chance. So they just added Zamazenta Inzation like less than a year ago. They brought him back again, and then they released the Regis with them. People would not raid the Regis if they weren't shiny.
True, and I mean, once they came back,
Blaspheon?
yeah,
It's just Blaspheon?
no,
Crazy.
it's Blacephalon. No. um,
Or is that how I was saying it?
I guess so. Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. All right, so I get your point. There's still, a longevity to raids, which, the formula has been going on for, well, I said 8.5, but it's more like exactly almost 8 since it came out 6 months after the game's release and all that.
Yes.
And it's there. I feel like there's not much to really do at the moment, at the current time. Like I said, I was feeling a little burnt out of the same formula going into raid hour, doing things that racing itself. I remember when we had the chance to really do raids almost anywhere because people were playing the game. It might just be something that I'm picturing less and less as a raider, since I've been raiding almost every single time a new Pokemon has come out or a new shiny has come out.
I forgot about one more thing. How strong the Pokemon is for your raid squad. Because back in the day, that's why we raided, right? To get strong Pokemon for our teams, like Tyranitar, Blastoise, and all that jazz. And we didn't care that much about it being shiny. We just wanted good Pokemon.
Yeah, that too. I mean, as somebody who has been able to almost get every single raid boss in existence since the game's release or since the mechanics release, it's gotten to the point where I just do it because I want to be there and not because I need a strong Pokemon or anything like that, especially because I have a bunch of the Hondos of almost every single legendary at this point. Not every single one, and I'm targeting a few, which unfortunately, they're not being a friend of mine.
I will say also, we're level 50. My friend that is level 48 loves putting on a lucky egg and doing raids.
Yeah,
he loves that. So I do also see it from that standpoint too for players.
And that's, I guess, another segue to the whole discussion of the state of the game, which is the game itself. We're getting to that point. I mean, I definitely want to see this game get to his 10-year mark.
Yeah, continue.
It continue. Well, it's gonna continue to the 10-year mark. That's not an issue. The issue is, are we getting to the point where the game just feels like an everyday Dalen's task or mundane task when it comes down to it? I don't think that the gameplay itself, let me tell you the truth, I have been running the Gold Plus less and less usually when I'm at work, especially now that I have a bunch of stops that I can spin here and there. I can restock if I need to, that's not a problem, but it's just my storage just gets full and I'm just okay, I'm just gonna delete everything else and I'm just gonna keep on moving. I mean, there's nothing else that I really want to catch normally. The Gold Plus just does everything for me. Maybe that's the reason why I haven't really been clicking on many Pokemon, because I really don't care if it's shiny or not. I mean, I got about 80% of the shinies. I don't say 90 or anything like that, because in the end of the day, I'm still missing a good chunk. And I'm not a full on, I need to have every single shiny here and there. I've been getting to the point where I'm if I get the shiny, great. If not, it's just gonna come back eventually, unless it's a special limited edition, which, that's a different story regardless.
Yeah, like a Christmas event.
Yeah. Now, before we get too much into the discussion, because I know we don't have too much time, we may actually follow up on this state of the game. Our friend Ken from the Lura podcast, and of course our boss from the Professor Network, did actually put something similar about how the good, the bad, and everything of the state of the game in recently. I'll mention a few key pointers of him. His hot take when it comes down to it, he says that the Pokemon Go is currently at its best it has ever been. For those in the back, that doesn't mean it's a perfect game, and I mean I have been having more fun recently than ever before. And then he explains the good, the bad, the ugly things when it comes down to the game itself. I would really encourage to actually take information on this, because Ken has been a player since day one. He has actually done so many amazing things, and we know that the game itself thrives because there are people like him that knows that there is not just one side of the game, or the positive, or the bootlicking, like a lot of people saying. It's crazy. It's actually understanding what's good, what's bad, and what's the ugly when it comes down to things in the end of the day. So, again, encourage you guys to go to that. I'll link a description to in the description for the actual tweet. But my final thoughts, and again, I feel like we're gonna continue this in the next few podcasts here and there, is that I'm glad other things have taken up the time, not just for raids, because raids have been a prevalent big thing in the game for a while. We have things that we can do by ourselves, like the daily dimension instance, the routes, the regular instance, or just in general play the game. We have max battles now, which, aside from the typical you gotta get the group together for Gigantamax, everything else seems easy enough to take down now that you have everything growing in your inventory. And yeah, just in general, party play. I know there is a lot probably we could discuss, and I feel like I want to get a guess for this. It's actually how GBL and PvP in general has probably actually been on my bottom of my list in playing this game in the end of the day, because as much as I would have loved to continue playing GBL and everything, I don't think it's not for me anymore, So,
back when Sylph was a thing, it was way, way higher.
Yeah, and I think it's also because we have transitioned from grassroots, which is still somewhat there. I haven't really looked too much into it, but because of everything that happened in the last 2 years or so, I think it was Ghost Stadium that got a lot of controversy, a lot of different things. It got shut down pretty quickly. Garden is being developed, but it's not there.
It's still a project, but yeah, it's not there yet.
Yeah, and then in general, just play Pokemon circuits. It's like, do you really want to compete with the best people out there, the people who actually grind the PvP meta through beginnings and end, or do you just want to have fun? Do you just want to see PvP as something that you want to strive for, but not actually make it the career goal in the end of the day or something like that, So it's a matter of understanding. I think all PvP itself also needs some kind of an overhaul, because the formula itself has been technically the same. Yes, they have done changes like the switch timer and the moves updates and everything like that. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel as rewarding enough to actually contribute to go do a battle or do a set in GBL anytime soon. If there was more to the contribution or something that keeps you track of it, maybe. It's the same as when you have a battle pass or something. You want to complete the battle pass, but you have to actually indulge in part of the game to actually do it. Maybe a battle pass GBL would be a thing or something like that, Gives you the rewards that you want, and if you want to pay a little bit more, maybe you'll get even better rewards in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people compare the premium rewards to that, but you still gotta win for that. A battle pass is just oh yeah, as long as you're playing, you get rewarded, right?
And the free time research that we get every season is really the only good things are just the couple of rewards you get, but you still gotta win so many battles for that, and it's just sometimes I feel like it's not worth it, because eventually you'll get another one, or even a elite charge DM, elite fast DM, whatever the case may be. So yeah, it's been weighing on my mind for a little bit. Now that we're getting closer to a new year, I kind of agree with Ken that the game has been very, very strong in many different ways. I just feel like my own gameplay has changed a lot from previous moments where I can go out every Wednesday to raid hour and not really, and actually just raid with people that I really want to play with and things like that. But I even feel like some of the people in the community, even though we have actually gotten a stronger community, has said it's we may not want to do this raid or something like that. Like when the raid just come back, I'm like,
no, I'm skipping this one. Yeah.
Oh man. But that's the thing. It's that's the reason why I feel like there's just needs to be a small little change to the current dynamic of raids. Everything else, I feel like the game is thriving. I wish eggs were a little bit better here and there. Still, just give me a Shando and I'll be fine. But
and remember back in the day when people used to think that legendaries and eggs would be a thing?
Yeah.
Walk 20 kilometers.
Oh my god. but yeah, it's on its own. Newsflash: I'll probably go to LA. I think I am going to LA. Yes, I am going to LA.
He's like, in other news, I will be there.
I will be there. I just gotta buy my. I already got my flight ticket. I just need to know where I'm staying. So again, it's not bad. I'll continue this conversation in another day. Once I feel like things have settled. But if you guys have some opinions about how your gameplay has been impacted in the last few months, knowing that we had a slur of events since before, and now that we have 3 major events throughout the year that will allow you to really play the game in that sense. Do you think that the game is in a good state, bad state? Do you think the game itself just requires a little bit more to its own formula? I think the game itself also has a good formula, but again, after playing for 8.5 years, almost 9 at this point now, is it time for a change? Is it time for something new? That's the bigger question, Also, now that I think about it, do we still have like the game's map change or something, or am I already used to the map that it is now?
I think they updated a few of the graphics a little bit ago. I just can't remember how long ago.
We don't have the cinematics anymore in the game, right? I don't know. I haven't seen that sunset in a while. I see the moon every now and then. I think it's a full moon today.
I remember freaking out when they changed the lakes before, but I feel like that was like a few months ago. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, maybe because I'm not seeing it as much in any other social media at this point. All right, let's not dwell too much more into it. Let's just get back into the last few things. PvP section. Get good. Get wrecked. Here we go.
One arm.
Did I get destroyed or something? What the heck? All right, so GBL. I do want to say that Pokemon proper, or at least Twitter-wise, I guess X, whatever.
X
has been posting a lot of. I was like, oh, it's the Holiday Cup. Oh, it's the Fantasy Cup. Oh, it's the Little Cup or whatever. So it's just been kind of fun to see those kind of things out there. So, have you done any GBL?
No. Same as last week. I haven't really touched it this season yet.
Yeah, mine time research has been 0 for the entirety of this season so far.
Yeah, last season I was making some momentum, and then I just stopped. I completely forgot.
Yeah, like I said, it might just be this incentive to play, but I don't know when it comes down to it. There was a regional today, I think, in Canada. I've been looking around. It's over already, but I don't see who was the winner. So if anybody can tell me who was the regional winner, if not, we'll say by next week's podcast. I've been getting some PvP good Pokemon, I guess I should say.
I do keep track of them.
Yeah, let me see if I remember correctly. I know I remember just getting a good like shadow or something. I think it was the Trico, something like that. Or maybe the Snover. No, those are just pure for Hondas at this point. I don't know. I just been I've been still kind of like, checking the IVs of the Pokemon. If it's something good, then I'll keep it. If not, then I'm But aside from that, it's just been one thing after another. All right. Well, I think that's it. Anything else you might want to cover?
No. I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
If anything comes to mind, I'll write it down for next week.
Yeah. All right. Cool. But yeah. So thank you so much for listening, everybody, to the podcast. We really appreciate it if you check us in any of the podcast services fees, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. We would greatly appreciate it if you can leave us a review. Actually, I completely forgot. We did actually have a review in Apple iTunes. And let me just make sure I remember where it is.
Y'all trash.
No, so this was a 5-star from Lemmy Rio. This was actually a review from October, so I do apologize. We don't really get too many, and I keep forgetting to check every single time when it comes down to it. But 5-star, this says, it's a fun show to listen to while we playing, or if you want to decide to do an event. But it's not just what is happening and when. There is enough commentary from the hosts about their own experiences to also have a podcasty feel on opposed to, say, a Pokemon weather report. like the show and the affiliate shows also. So I encourage anyone who plays to give it a sub. Thank you so very much for that amazing review, Mr. Lemmy Rio. So that's a big shout out for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I like them talking about a Pokemon weather report. That's fun.
Yeah. So I again, we thank you for listening. Thanks so much. If you want to, anybody listening, of course, you want to leave us a 5-star review, you'll be shout out at the podcast the moment we get it. So just let us know if you do, because sometimes I forget. So, but yeah, that being said, of course, make sure you check our social media: Pokemon Trigger, please, Pure Let It Go, and Purified Podcast. Try to be a little more active if we can, but of course that is just state of the game for me. Anything email wise to purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. We would greatly appreciate it if you want to send us anything related to your own Pokemon Go experience. And then don't forget to check us out at purifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network, or the patreon.com/Professor Network for as little as $1 a month for the Discord and everything else in between. All right, with that being said, Chris, take us away for the night.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. It's been a lovely, lovely, lovely week. We're about to start the Christmas holiday time in-game event. So if you celebrate, have fun. If you don't, hope you guys still have a good time. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next week, where hopefully we got some fun shinies, fun Pokemon, and fun times to tell you guys about. And yeah, just stay safe, get playing, and take them away, Pure.
Well, if we do a podcast, we'll see you guys then, of course. But if we don't, Merry Christmas to anybody that's celebrating everything, because it is time to celebrate the friends and family you have in your life. Keep purifying them, and we'll see you guys next time.